Hey, if you really want to get serious about building an audience, specifically a loyal audience that's going to support you through thick and thin, then I suggest you follow these tips. The very first thing you need to do if you want to build a loyal audience is that you got to be consistent. Because if people can't expect you to show up on a regular basis, then they don't have no reason to continue to show up for you. They might see a few things from you that they like, but they're not going to run and track you down. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't posting consistently, and folks ain't really developed their relationship with your brand, they ain't gonna come checking your page to see if you don't post it or anything like that. They just gonna forget about you and move on to the next creator or whoever else. If you think about it, it's really like dating, because you can't really build no real connection with nobody that you ain't seeing like that. You know what I'm saying? It might be cool to have them around every now and then, but you ain't really missing them when they gone. You see what I'm saying? So it's the same thing when it come to building an audience. You got to make your presence be known, which means you got to keep showing up. You got to be there and keep delivering on a consistent basis. And where a lot of people mess up is that, people don't realize that being consistent ain't really just easy. Like, it's not as simple as, you just continue to show up and post, or if you're a content creator, just keep recording videos and upload them. I mean, I take that back. It is that simple, but it's not that easy, because you got other things that's, probably pulling for your attention or whatever. So let's say you got another job, this ain't what you doing to make money and shit like that. Then, you don't really have to do this, right? You ain't gonna have no immediate consequences if you don't show up. You know what I'm saying? So it's on you to have that mentality that you're gonna continue to show up no matter what, and keep on, delivering good content, or, making good products, or whatever it is that you do, whatever kind of brand that you building. It's on you. And so the second thing that you got to make sure that you do if you want to build a loyal audience is, obviously, you got to put the audience first. And what I mean by that is, if you building a personal brand, for example, of course you doing it because it's something that you want to do. You want to talk about whatever you want to talk about. You want to make a living doing what you like to do. But at the end of the day, that ain't going nowhere if you don't have an audience that's going to support that. And if you don't have people that actually want what it is that you're trying to provide. So with that being said, even though you're trying to do what you want to do, you still got to put the audience first. And so what you do is you just get into their world. You understand what type of problems is they having on a regular basis, right? If you're doing something like what I'm doing, and you making educational content, or you selling like educational products or something like that, what's the main problem that they having? You see what I'm saying? And then you make content based around that. Or even if you doing something that's more entertainment wise or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Then what do your audience want? Well, shit, for the most part, they probably want to just escape from the real world. People need a break. They got to work. They got kids, whatever the case may be. And so they trying to, escape from that and distract themselves for a while. So you providing a distraction. You see what I'm saying? It might sound fucked up to some people, but it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So you got to be a very good distraction for folks. Going back to the dating example again, just like you got to give somebody a reason to want to go on a date with you, for example, or go on another date with you after the first date, or whatever the case may be. It's the same thing with your brand, right? You telling people, hey, whatever, like, subscribe, this, and that. But what is they going to get from you? People selfish at the end of the day. Don't nobody care about you and what your interest is and what you got going on. Specifically, I'm talking to, whoever you is. If you trying to build an audience, and these people from across the world, they don't know you. They don't care about you like that. They watch you for what they can get out of whatever you providing. You see what I'm saying? So you got to understand that. What do the audience want, and get them that. And you keep doing that, and you do a good enough job at it over a long period of time, then you eventually have a loyal fan base. But with that being said, them first two tips is cool, but at the end of the day, those two tips is nothing if you ain't doing this last tip. And I'm gonna tell y'all, man, some people do have the first two. You see what I'm saying? Like, they be consistent, they show up on a regular basis, they thinking about the audience, but they missing this last key ingredient, and that's what caused their brands to never be successful. And ultimately, that most important key is that you gotta just be you. If you think about what a brand is, right? Think about Nike, think about Adidas. If Nike out here trying to be like Adidas, that ain't gonna work. Adidas can't be like Nike. Nike gotta be Nike. Adidas gotta be Adidas. You gotta be you. Because if you're trying to be somebody else, you can't be nobody else. Just like nobody else can be you better than you can be you, right? you can't be nobody else better than they can be themselves. So by you trying to be like them, you are now the knockoff version. People gonna go to the real brand. They want the real thing. They don't want the generic version. And so when you ain't being you, you just come off as generic. See what I'm saying? And you don't want to be generic. You want to be you. So you gotta be you. Now, with that being said, if you got more questions about how can you build an authentic personal brand, then I probably answered them questions in this video that's gonna pop up right here. So if that's you and you want to know how to build an authentic personal brand, check out that video. But other than that, man, y'all make sure y'all like this video, subscribe to your boy, and turn on them post notifications, because I'm going to be dropping more videos that's going to help you out on that journey that you on, and you do not want to miss it. I'll catch y'all next time. Peace.